All right, everyone. So Monday Night Raw after Royal Rumble is over. It was a pretty good one, and it ended in a shocking way. So we're gonna give our reaction. So we start out with Jey Uso coming out. Fans were going absolutely nuts. The fans were going crazy. Yee yee. Everybody's going nuts. It was got emotional, right? You see Jey Uso as the fans are just going crazy, saying you deserve it. All of this stuff. He's tearing up a little bit. It means so much. And this is why we said in one of our, videos we did over the kind of eh, dislike of Jey Uso winning the Rumble. You saw the dislikes on that YouTube video. We said, I don't really buy it completely. I understand it happened, but I don't think that's actually the legitimate overall view from the majority of fans, especially in these arenas. These arenas love Jey Uso, and I think this was even more um, of proof of that. Gunther then comes out and he tells him, "Don't pick me," and this was a very predictable storyline where they're heading with this. It's pretty clear. Gunther's saying, "Hey, I've already beat you." He says, "Look, it doesn't do anything for my legacy to beat you again. It's basically a lose lose for him and a win win for you or for Jay." We can basically know that this is going to be what ends up happening, and I have a real feeling that it's going to be Jey Uso that does beat him at WrestleMania. But so far, that's as far as we get. All right, the next big. Well, we're not going to go through each individual thing that happened. We're just going to go over the big stuff. So then you had Charlotte Flair come out. She's getting a little bit of cheers, a little bit of boos, more boos than cheers, and then it just goes into all boos basically. And then Rhea Ripley comes out, and they start going back and forth. Rhea Ripley wants to fight Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Now, this is interesting because everybody's been reporting, hey, I think it's going to be Tiffany. Obviously, Charlotte Flair says she's going to NXT to see if she wants that title, or then she's going to SmackDown to see if she wants to face off with Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. But Charlotte Flair is playing a very interesting, like playing this interestingly, right? Because she's taking it almost different than Jey Uso in a way. She's very confident in herself about winning the Royal Rumble. And she's saying, look, she tells Rhea Ripley, I got all the time in the world. I don't have to say if I'm going to fight you yet or not. And Rhea Ripley's saying, fight me, fight me, fight me. I kind of like what they're doing here. They really are on that side. They're basically putting it up to, we'll see. She could fight either one. So far, it seems like it's going to be Tiffany, but they're making the case it could be Rhea, and I really like that. All right. So then we fast forward, and so Io Sky is going to face off against Liv Morgan for a shot to get into the elimination chamber, right? So it's a qualifying match to get into the elimination chamber. Obviously, Raquel Rodriguez is out there. Io Sky, they're going back and forth. Before this match, Io Sky got attacked by Raquel and Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley was also there. She helped Io Sky get Liv Morgan off her. Then Raquel decked Rhea Ripley from out of nowhere, but it was just an attack, before they get into this match. It's a back and forth match, and then Rhea Ripley comes out, attacks Raquel Rodriguez, and then when Liv Morgan goes out, she hits Liv Morgan, ends up getting Io Sky disqualified and not being able to qualify now. So Liv Morgan is in the elimination chamber because of Rhea Ripley. And I don't know if this has any long term storytelling, but we just got done with this feud. This was another version of it right here. And I don't know what storyline parts are coming out of this, but very, very interesting because we did know that they are going to be pushing them with the tag team match, or Raquel and Liv as a tag team. So this goes a little bit in the face of that, but we do not know if she's going to end up winning that match. Anyways, then we have Seth Rollins comes out. He cuts a promo that's, decent, nothing special, but not bad at all. Tells Sami Zayn, hey, you have to beat CM Punk for me because we both hate this guy. Please beat him for me. This is a big match. They have a great match. The fans were loving it. The interesting part of this was that so CM Punk is obviously super over with the WWE universe. This isn't shocking to anyone, but Sami Zayn was getting a lot of cheers, and it was a kind of a divided audience here between the two. That just shows Sami Zayn has a real big, fan base, and um, it was divided. Usually you don't see that. Usually, even some of the bigger baby faces in WWE, when they're up against Punk, they're not going to get cheers. But Sami Zayn did. Um, they go back and forth. Sami Zayn's able to get so close to winning. and then CM Punk turns it around and ends up winning the match. Throughout the match, Punk was pretty disrespectful to Sami Zayn, right? Kind of really, basically just putting him down and making it seem like, yeah, you don't even belong here. At the end of the match, that kind of changed a little bit, right? You see CM Punk gains a level of respect for Sami Zayn, which I thought was interesting. And then the shocker came. Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere, attacks Sami Zayn, and he does that. Is it a pile driver? I think, but he whatever that move is that injured Randy Orton, he does it to Sami Zayn. And the crazy part is you could just see it. You obviously you see the injuries that he suffered from the match last night or at Rumble, and but you see it on his face. He's crazy right now. Kevin Owens is crazy. Now, Sami Zayn was one of the few people who was friendly with Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens didn't have any friends. Sami Zayn was like the one he had left, and he injured him. That's my guess, right? We don't know for sure, but it seems like that's going to be the case. Would make a lot of sense if that was the case, because that's what we've seen time and time again with that move. They announced they're injured after it. But once again, just fantastic storytelling. This was the kind of Monday Night Raw I love, where you end it with this great match, but there's just this shocking, shocking ending that we're at a loss right now. We don't know where this is going, and my guess is Cody or someone's going to get involved. But Kevin Owens is this version of him is such a great character. I mean, he looked. You can see it on his face after he does the move that he looked possessed. He looked like he was just the most evil son of a gun ever. And this is so much better than just having these guys be baby faces. Let them really play into being a heel. That's fantastic. Let them really play into that. And so yeah, so that's basically the entirety of Raw. I think there was a lot of great setup points on here. I thought, the fact that Jey Uso comes out to such a reaction is telling. It's telling people, maybe they wanted Cena to win a Rumble. I was someone who predicted Cena to win the Rumble, thought he would. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think Jey Uso might have been the right winner of it, just because now you get Cena at Elimination Chamber. You're building him up again, and you get Jey Uso to go after Gunther, who, if he's going after Gunther, that's the perfect title for him to get and to have his own reign with. He's not going to beat Cody. We know that's not going to happen. John Cena may, but we know Jey Uso is not going to beat Cody Rhodes for that championship at WrestleMania. So this, I think, is fine, right? We basically can get that match set. Elimination Chamber, whoever wins that will likely be facing Cody. Charlotte Flair, her return, I thought she was playing the character so well. She wasn't, this is one of the few people I've seen Rhea Ripley really just losing her mind to. I mean, obviously with Liv Morgan, there was a lot going on, but Rhea Ripley was really not in the power position during that promo. And I think that's an interesting, aspect of Charlotte Flair returns, and it's like she never left. And then, of course, the ending with Kevin Owens, it just sparked so much can come off of that. So great job on Raw here. It's always big to have great Raws after these pay-per-views. Netflix was having some streaming issues throughout it was just like kind of breaking up a little bit. Hopefully that's fixed for next time, but great Raw, jam packed with some awesome stuff. So thank you all for watching.